Okay. Hey everybody, good morning. I am at the dealership. Car needs an oil change and I need coolant. And I'm going to be here for 3 hours. So I am going to sit here and I'm going to talk with you for a while. I am on the iPad Pro and the angle is a little different than what you're used to. I had such a good time on the last um, live stream. I said, I'm going to do this thing again. I received a lot of comments on the last couple of videos I did, so any comments you have for me today, I am willing to answer them. Um, let's see, I'm going to be drinking some tea, and I also have some collagen. It's good for your skin. I'm gonna try it um, without without orange juice. I normally do that. Hey, thanks, Dark Knight. I appreciate you, man, so much. So ask away. Y'all know I talk about anything, but I do want to focus on the issues with Lyft and Uber, um, as far as contracts and all that good stuff. So let's go for it. We'll see how it goes this time. Last time, I did almost 7 hours on the live stream. So see if we can. But today I'm only going to do it for 3 hours because I do have to work today. But also I need to keep the BMW nice and happy with um, with the oil change and the coolant. But who knows? I might only be on here for 10 minutes. We'll see how it goes. All right. Let's see. Also, can you hear me? I need to know if you can hear me because I'm using my earplugs right now, so I don't have to scream into this pad. So if someone could say you can hear me, I would appreciate it very, very much. Please let me know you can hear me. Somebody let me know you can hear me. Say, hey, Peterson, we can hear you. Man, no one can hear me. Let's see. Show? Okay, yeah, I got it. Okay, hey there, can you hear me? I need to know, can you hear me? Thank you, Ali. I appreciate it. Thank you, Tampa Man. Got it. Okay. So ask away. You got me for 3 hours. All right. Maybe it's just taking long because of Sprint. Maybe the internet service over here isn't all that great. All right. That took a while to get back to. Okay. So let's see. Okay. Yeah, the sound is going to be low because I want to be considerate of everyone else here in the dealership. That's why I'm wearing the headphones. Okay. Lyft is offering free rides to the Gun March. Okay, where's the Gun March going to be? Okay. Hey, once again. Yes, Arthur, I am back again. I'm at the dealership, so I decided to, hey, have a little fun. Do the chat here at the dealership. I'm going to be here for 3 hours. Might as well. Plus people still have questions all over the country, but it's here in St. Pete. Gun March. All right. Well, hey, I think that's a great thing. That's right. You're on the other side of the world, man. Congratulations. You're in Hong Kong. Well, it is. It just hit 9 o'clock over here. It's what 9:08 a.m. right now. So yeah, you should be nice and cozy in your bed right now. That's a good thing. I like rest like everyone else does. Come on, man. I'm trying this new supplement. It's called collagen. Did you know collagen is very important to the human body? I knew what collagen was, but I did never saw the results. So I've got this. It's called collagen peptides. I want nice skin, so I'm like, hey, I have to do this. And the collagen that I have, get this, it's from cows that's grass fed and pasture raised. This is supposed to be good stuff. So far I like it. It has no taste to it. It's not nasty. But I tell you this, I want the nice skin. So I'm moving around a bit because I'm still trying to. I'm working, but not going near. Oh yeah, an event like that, you're gonna have a lot of people, especially on UberX and Lyft Line and Lyft Classic. You're gonna have a lot of people. on an event like that. You know, I tend to stay away from major events now. I really do. It's just just one big cluster when you're dealing with major events. All right, the collagen is truly and totally odorless and tasteless. I mean, you can see it because it's a little yellow, but but it this water tastes like water. This stuff is truly the bomb. I love it. Okay, so let's see. Someone's. Oops, sorry about that. Sorry about that. Um, let's see. Oh, I got to get my messages, my chat messages. Where'd they go? Mm, you told me that I should. Here we go. Let me see. I was wondering why not be affiliated with a limo company like BLS um, and Savoya and Boston Coach. You can make some good money, believe me. Well, here's the reason why. I'd rather make $150,000 as my own boss than $85,000 as somebody's employee. That's the reason why. You know, I'm sorry, but I have had many a good job. I've had great opportunities, but I'm tired of being someone's employee. So I'm my own guy. Um, it just works much better for me. I call the shots. My customers know that when they're dealing with me, they're dealing with the boss, they're dealing with the CEO. Um, the buck stops with me because I am the buck. So there you go. Okay. Before Uber, I was a bus operator for Metro. I was there for 5 years. I gave them a lot, but I became a problem because I started exposing them for things they were doing wrong. And they found a way to get rid of me, and I gave them the reason to get rid of me. I had a problem getting to work on time late. I mean, I had a problem getting to work on time. I was always late. And I violated a clause in the contract because I was late one time too many. And they did not help me. Rather than suspend me, they decided to terminate me. And so it's okay, you know, that's life. If I had got to work on time, I'd still be there today. But that's another story for another vehicle. I tend to work, um, well, I'm online usually 12 hours a day. But when you look at the vehicle logs, I actually drive. My drive time is about 6 to 7 hours a day. I try to do 10 to 12 trips a day. I'm sorry for all this stuff, but literally I just got up an hour ago, and I decided to do the oil change now rather than put it off till next week. I live in the city. I live in Venice right now, but I drive all over. I drive anywhere in Southern California between Palm Springs, Santa Barbara, and San Diego. I do it all. I love to drive. I absolutely love, love, love to drive. And I trade in cars every 3 years. That's why I'm not fussing about this car getting a lot of miles on it because I'm just going to get another one. It's no big deal to me. It's a write off anyway. So you do long distance trips? Yes, I do long distance trips. Those are the best ones to do. The best ones to do are long distance trips. See, when someone says they don't like to drive, I say no problem. Call me. I'll take care of you. Yeah. 6, 7. Yes, Las Vegas is a wonderful trip. I used to drive to San Francisco 4 times a year, and the San Francisco trip is farther. But instead of taking Interstate 5 like most people do, I would take the 101. Um, and see, the long distance trips is the reason why I offer the flat rate fee because, you know, a trip just from LA to San Francisco, even as an Uber X driver, you know, that's a nice trip. Um, so I try to be competitive by offering unlimited mileage for the entire day. That way, it's very difficult for the customer to say no because I'm over delivering what they expect and I'm still receiving what I want. I'm sorry. I can't talk too much loud because I'm in the dealership with other people. I want to be considerate of them. So I have to speak low. Um, Yeah, I right now I'm at the dealership. I need an oil change and I need my coolant topped off in the car. Um, I can't pick up in Nevada. Can't pick up in Nevada because I don't have registration, license, or insurance in that area. I can drop off in the area, but I cannot pick up. Not for Uber anyway. Well, no, not even for Nevada because for me to initiate business there, I have to be licensed, registered, insured, everything out there. I can deal with my own private client in the area, but not for Uber or any other rideshare company, or even as a private limo company. I can't do it. Um, do you know how much a trip like that would be? Really, think about it. You need to do the math. That's $1.06 a mile, and it's 60 cents a minute, and that's just for the basic stuff. That's a yeah, $1,200. I would absolutely do a Lux trip to Las Vegas. It's no problem. Hey, I do not turn down money at all. But see, what I would do for a Lux trip to there, I would do it. No, it's $5.06 a mile. $5.06 a mile. And for that, I would receive $3.63 a mile as the driver for it. What car will you get next? I actually plan on buying another 7 Series, but it will be more. It will be more equipped because they have a really nice luxury rear seat luxury package that this car doesn't have. Um, and what else do they have? There's this LED light system. No, not a Mercedes. They cost too much to maintain. And the car is too soft. It's too fluffy for me. I need something with a little edge to it. Um, the new LC 500. I like it. The features are right. Um, but I tell you what will win me over, and I plan on reviewing that car. Um, what will probably win me over will be the audio system. Um, I don't know. It depends on what the rear seat environment is like too. If they do a really, really good job on the rear seat, then I might switch to it. Hey Omar, what's up, man? How you doing? Excuse me. Um, what cars normally drive Lux? Omar, we need to meet up. We need to talk. We need to catch up. You're right now. My car, it is a rental from a limo company, but I am purchasing the vehicle outright in November. When I entered the contract, that was my intent from day one to buy the car from them. Um, hey, what's up, Patrick? How's it going, man? Thank you. I hope you can hear me. Okay, I have to keep it quiet because of the. Okay, if we're allowed to pick up. And that's because of the agreement that those states have. But in California, it's totally different between California and New York. A Tesla would kill it and make. The Tesla would, but here's the problem with the Tesla. Um, it's still electric range, and it just doesn't have enough space. And I'm gonna tell you, many of my customers have told me that they don't like the Tesla, and I really have to respond to what my customers like. My customers like the BMW. That's what makes me the money. So I'm going to buy a BMW. If my customers tell me they want a Maybach, guess what? I will get a pre-owned Maybach. Um, so yeah, definitely we have to. And I'm glad you can hear me too because I have to keep I have to moderate my voice here so I don't disturb other people at the dealership. See, this is telling me now this is why people get nice microphones. So yeah, I mean, look, my ways of this are a little bit more conventional, so or unconventional. So that question I'm not going to answer. Talking about how much I pay for my rent in Venice, I'm not going to talk about that. Let me see. Let me see. Fringe S650. Like, really? Well, you're in Hong Kong though. That's the thing. I'm looking for somebody in LA who has either a Venza. Seriously? It drinks up that much gas? Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. I never thought they probably have a V6, But even then, Toyotas are known for having fuel efficient engines. So I'm kind of surprised um, that the engine is a gas hog like that. Yeah. Hmm. Well, I'll tell you, this car is great on fuel. On the highway, it gets 32 miles to the gallon. I'm very impressed. If I maintain a trip long enough, my range on a full tank actually goes up to nearly 600 miles, and that's for the non-hybrid car. So, you know, I thought about getting the 740e, but I need good off the line performance, and the 740e with the electric powertrain, it really doesn't have it. So whenever I'm out, I'm going to get a hybrid Hyundai Ioniq. Those Hyundai Ioniqs are actually pretty cool. I like them when I see them on the road. I personally wouldn't buy one, but I think they're pretty cool cars. For a tank of gas on premium fuel too. Oh yeah, 600 is great. It really is. Um, because you consider both when you're driving the vehicle, both city and highway. Now in the city, the car is only getting like maybe 12, 12 or so like that. Um, so my vehicle is not leased. My vehicle is purchased. It is on what's called a balloon payment. So the balloon payment in November, I will pay off the balloon payment. Um, the and again, the numbers that I pay for the vehicle, um, I'm not going to talk about that anymore because I've already mentioned it so many times. Um, because here's the deal: I get so much criticism on even using this car on rideshare in the first place. Um, so, if you want the numbers as far as what the car is, you can go to a BMW dealership and they'll easily tell you what the numbers are, and you can make up for your mind yourself if you can do it. I will tell you what the potential earnings are, but as far as what my arrangement is, I won't go into that. Yeah, you know what? They give complimentary tea at the dealership, so I get 2 cups because I love. It's what is it? It's Bigelow. Is it Bigelow? Yes. So I have 2 flavors. I never can decide which one I like. I like the orange and spice, and I like where's the other one at? Man, I can't find it. Oh, I think because I threw it away out there, it's the apple cinnamon one. So I get both of them, and then I get 8 packs of sugar for each one. So it's 16 packs of sugar. Plus, I got a water because I'm taking my collagen. Yeah. Um, Black X and 7-seater. Oh wow. Well, Hong Kong is a very wealthy society, and regular cars won't do in Hong Kong. It's China, so that's the thing. Yeah, you're gonna have really nice vehicles out there. Class watching is fine. I was looking at the review. That M760 is a wonderful car. It's great. It's fully loaded, but I'm gonna tell you something. When it comes to fuel economy, it's like Niagara Falls. It's just flowing forever with that car. Um, no, I do not blow a little weed when I'm offline. I I watch YouTube and Hulu. What else do I do? I inspect the car, make sure it's taken care of. I'm very low key when it comes to what I do offline. Nothing too exciting. Managing this channel, sending comments back to people when I can, recharging all this stuff. Um, look above for my question. I will, Patrick. I promise you, I will. Um, let's see. How much kilo max should we do every trip before we get someone? I'm lost on the kilo max. What do you mean? Um, you going to put some coffee in that sugar? No, it's the other way around. I put a lot of sugar in the tea. I drink tea. Yeah. Um, let's see. Let's see. Yeah, let's keep quiet about that. Man, you know what? I used to talk about the numbers all the time, about how much I spent on the car and everything like that. And you know what? At this point, it's like, why? I don't need to. it's a the numbers is a decision that's individual for each and every person out there, and for me, the numbers made sense. I'll tell you my numbers, and some people, actually, the vast majority of people will say, you know what, you're a fool. Okay, great, then I'll keep on being a fool. Patrick, you're going to have to rephrase your question for me because I don't understand how much kilo max should we do every trip before we get someone. I don't understand what you're trying to convey to me. Also, you'll have to forgive this angle. I'm using the iPad. It's a different angle, and so let's say you have a passenger just 10 miles away. Oh, for me, it is irrelevant. My concern is will they cancel on me or not? I will allow the customer to cancel on me, but if a customer requests my ride and they say I'm 15, 20, 30 minutes away, I will accept the ride in good faith and I will go down there to pick them up. I'm willing to take that risk. I don't cancel just because it's a certain distance away. Um, because I'll tell you this. This is the reason why. 2 weeks ago, I had a gentleman who requested me Uber Lux in an area that I normally don't work. I was in downtown LA. The customer was in Huntington Park. Huntington Park is about 15 miles away from downtown Los Angeles. But there was a huge red surge in the area where he was. The request came through as Uber Lux. Chances were very high this guy was going to cancel, but he had been requesting a car for 15 minutes. So I decided to take a chance and go pick him up. He needed to go from Huntington Park back to from Huntington Park to Hollywood. That trip paid me $109. That trip only took 20 minutes. Um, so, for me, it's worth it because, again, in the categories I work, I generate appropriate money for the vehicle. So that's why waiting for vehicles, it doesn't make a difference for me. It really doesn't. When it comes to long pickup times and stuff, I picked up somebody. It took me 30 minutes to reach them. I went and I picked them up. My car has been in the machine um, almost every day for the last year and a half. I will I will get it detailed maybe once every 6 months as necessary, but I go to the car wash every day. They run it through a machine, and the scratches really aren't that bad. When I wax the car, the scratches basically go away. So machine washing isn't all that bad. The biggest issue with machine wash is if the staff that drives the car, if they're lazy, then you start getting areas where dirt and road debris and things like that will accumulate, and then it becomes a problem. But no, I'll take it to the gas station, and they'll have a machine that does it like that. If I need an emergency wash, I won't even dry it off. I'll make sure they put a final wash where it's a spot free dry. So, but then if you just go for a ride that lasts 2 miles, you lose money, right? The minimum amount I make on a ride is $7.50. If I go on a 2 mile trip, um, I'll get I'll get I'll get what, $8.24 on that ride. So for me to go $8.24, I mean, for me, that's cool. It's no problem. Usually, you'll have a person who's going from one hotel to another hotel, and sometimes what they'll do is instead of requesting Uber Select, they'll request Uber Black or Uber Lux. Like if they do Uber Lux, minimum is I'll get $22 for that just for a short trip, and I get those trips all the time. Again, even little trips, it's worth my time in this vehicle. Okay, we only have Uber X. Yeah, that's a problem. If you only have Uber X in your area and then you don't have surges, it's probably not a good idea to do Uber full time. I'll tell you this about Uber X and also Lyft Classic and Lyft Line or whatnot. Those categories are really set up for people who are doing it just part time, you want to make a little extra money, a quick $50 or so like that, to try to depend on it um, is a tough proposition. I tried to depend on it. It didn't work for me. I had to upgrade to Uber Select, and I figured that out after a month of doing it in LA. And mind you, in LA, we have a ton of people who wants to get around by car versus getting around by bus, and invariably there's going to be a surge happening somewhere in the city. Um, and it didn't work for me. I mean, I couldn't do what I needed to do with the platform. So um, that's that. Okay, so this is the tea now. Oh, this is so good. Yeah. Okay. So you have me for 3 hours. Keep the questions coming. Ask me questions. I do like to have an active. I have the active log here because just sitting around saying nothing is not a good thing. I currently have 20 people on my. Let me see. Sometimes you get estimates for. Oh, yes, for black. Hmm. That is true. I agree with you. Um, you're gonna need a bathroom break. That will happen in 3 hours. Last time I needed the bathroom break and I was on for 7 hours, but this time it's only going to be for 3 hours. But, and if I got to take a bathroom break, I'll say, hey, I'll take a bathroom break and I'll come back. No big deal. Oh, yeah, you have vehicles that we don't have in America anymore. The Estima, we never had the Estima. The Previa is a old van that we had before. Um, do you have premium pickup in California for UberX? That I don't know. I don't even know if we have premium pickup. In fact, the term premium pickup, that is the first time I've ever seen the term. Keep fighting the good fight. Yes, we have to fight the good fight. I agree with you there. 3 hours watching you make tea. No way I'm out of here. Take care, Casey. You have a good one. I appreciate you, man. You know, let me see. What cars do you have for Lux? For Lux, we have 8 specific vehicles. There is the Audi A8, the BMW 7 Series, Lexus LS, Mercedes-Benz S-Class, 4-door Bentleys, 4 doors Rolls-Royce, um, the Tesla Model S, Tesla Model X, Jaguar XJ. And let me see. Yeah, that's it. The ones you expect for Uber Lux. Those are the only 8 cars that do it. Your numbers will never make sense to people who drive Uber X. People that have no idea can potentially make them private clients. Well, yeah. If someone is stuck in being Uber X, if someone is stuck in the fact that um, you have to work 5, 6 trips an hour. If you're stuck in hours per dollars per hour, then you'll probably never understand this. I do not work hours dollars per hour. I do dollars per day. In order for this to work for me, I have to make a certain amount of money each day. Um, I would love to have a Phantom, or not a Phantom, but for a Ghost, I would love to. I think that would be great. But for something like that, I would have to have a solid client base in place to have for private clients. I already have an idea of how I'm going to make that happen. Uber is the stepping stone for that to make to get a nicer vehicle. Um, I'm not a driver. I'm a fan of Uber. Oh, okay. You're not a driver. You're a fan. Why aren't you a driver? You might want to consider doing it. Premium pickups are great. I get paid on the way to passengers. Oh yeah, see, that's what the premium pickup is. Okay, I got you. I have never encountered it before. Generally, for me, because my cancellation fee is $7.50, I think on Uber Select they'll never say premium pickup fee. Oh, that's a big honor, Arthur. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. I'm glad I'm here at a time where it works for you. We're actually doing the inverse now. Um, oh, you're under 18. I got you. Well, when you turn 18, well, you probably won't be able to drive until you're 22 or 23. It depends on your insurance laws because there are limits on how you can drive. So, hmm, you're 16. Okay. I remember when I was 16. That was a challenging time for me. But you know what? It's okay. I was into my math big time. I stayed to myself, no friends. Um, Loved computers. Was just a total nerd when I was in school. I wanted to go to MIT. I wanted to be a computer engineer. I wanted to make microprocessors. When I was 16, there was no internet. There was no there were no cell phones. Microsoft Word wasn't even out when I was 16. So, most places when you're 16, most places you can drive. Let's see. Keep doing what you're doing. Hey, Omar, thank you so much for that, man. We still have to get up. Yes, John, I have commercial insurance for Uber Black, Uber Black, Uber SUV, Uber Lux. Commercial insurance is one of the requirements. Um, you have to have commercial insurance. Your vehicle has to be commercially registered, and you have to have a permit by the California Public Utilities Commission. You also need an airport permit from LAX or any other airport you plan on operating in where you're required to have an airport to conduct business on their property. Drive at 18. Yes, drive at 18. Let's see who else we got here. Okay. Yeah, I've never seen premium pickup. I've never seen premium pickup on Uber. Um, for me anyway, because I'm select. I'm Uber Select, and but I've had ride requests over 10 minutes. I don't know if there's an indication for it or so. I think premium pickup is mostly for Uber X and XL. Okay, regarding Arthur, we'll just say this: Arthur is not 18. So however old he is, it's what it is. Mm. I forgot to plug in my iPad. I'm glad they give you a warning telling you you're only at 10% because I almost lost y'all. All right, this is doing pretty good. All righty, y'all. Here we go. Let's see. All the other Uber channels aren't as good as you. Well, hey, you know what? I'm doing what I can here. I personally think there are some Uber channels that are way better than my little channel. Hey, Jose, what's up? Good morning to you too. Hey, thanks for checking in with me. I appreciate it. I'm at the dealership. My car is getting the oil change. I need one every 8 to 10,000 miles, and I also need a top off of the coolant. So, here getting it checked out, make sure it gets done well. I'm at my third favorite BMW dealership. Yeah, Beverly Hills BMW is number three now. They were number one, but then I discovered two other dealerships. There's Steve Thomas BMW in Camarillo. I love them, but my favorite one is Pacific BMW in Glendale. They are the bomb. I'm like, wow, I was blown away by them. Let me tell you what they do for you. Uh, Monique, Monique says, Lord, you poor baby, these people are crazy. Yes, no, the car has been great. Other than a couple of minor issues, I've had no problems with the vehicle. It's a trooper. I've been through a set of tires, I'm still on the original brakes. Let's see. The interior is awesome. No issues there. I love the audio system. The customers love the car, and I plan on getting another one when it's time to replace it, unless I get something a little more expensive than what I got now. But the key is you want to keep the customers happy. They pay the big money, they want a nice car. Let me see. Um, at Pacific BMW, when you drive into the dealership, um, no, I'm not strictly a BMW guy. I am a car guy. I love cars. I absolutely love, love, love cars. But it takes me 3 years to buy a car. And this vehicle had to be chosen for my business. So, you know, this is the one that does the job when I considered everything else. Oh, the other Lux car I forgot to mention, the Jaguar XJ. Um, but you want to get an XJL because those XJs have no interior space. Okay, I'm selling my current business to become an Uber driver so I can spend more time with my kid, but I have no idea what kind of car or cars I want to get. Everybody around here has a Prius. Well, excellent cleaners, the first thing we have to determine is what is your location? Where are you located? You're in Oceanside. Okay. So Oceanside, you're in San Diego County. Um, how much of an investment do you want to make in this business? Do you want to make a lot of investment or a little investment? Just logging in. What's up? Hey, Fernando. I am currently at the dealership. I need an oil change and a coolant top off inspection. And I'm going to be here for about 3 hours. So I figure, hey, do a live stream. Um, I was pretty good with the last one. It's okay. Um, let's see. Okay. You want to get a vehicle that does two things. This vehicle allows you to drive on multiple platforms and you earn more than the UberX Lyft Classic rate. The absolute minimum vehicle I recommend any driver get, if you just want to save money, you need to get something that puts you on Uber XL. And the reason why is because the Uber XL vehicle also qualifies for UberX. Same goes for Lyft. If you get a vehicle that qualifies for Lyft Plus, it will also qualify for Lyft Classic. Um, oh, because I have a the reason why is because I have a like a baby makeshift office here right now. I have a plug. They give me complimentary internet, which I don't need because I have my own internet connection. I have a comfortable chair to sit on. They give me free tea. And I personally prefer to wait for my vehicle because as soon as it's ready, I can get out of here and go straight to work. I don't need a shuttle to pick me up. Um, taking a shuttle will require me to go somewhere to spend money, and I don't feel like doing that right now. So I'll answer that in just a second, man. Um, so you could go all the way, answering your question from Oceanside. You can go all the way and do Uber, Uber, Uber Select. I mean Uber Black and Uber Lux. But that might not be a good fit for you right now because you're just starting this out. So what you may want to consider doing is getting an Uber Select vehicle. Get a vehicle that qualifies for Uber Select and Uber XL. That way you can get a feel for what rideshare is like. Um, Personally, an Audi A4, in my opinion, is too small um, because I want you to consider this from the perspective of a customer. Okay, you have a customer who is spending extra money for a ride on your car. They want a better experience. How am I able to give the customer a better experience if I'm putting them in a vehicle that's the same size as a Chevy Cruze or a Toyota Corolla? Um, Selects are everywhere, but it's getting low. They are everywhere on the weekends. But what you need to do is you need to adapt and figure out where your people are. Um, But for my gentleman in Oceanside, I would say, um, if you're looking for something super reasonable, Buick LaCrosse is a great vehicle to consider. Um, a Buick, a Toyota Sienna. Oh yes, let's see. Wow, now the questions are really coming in. It's an affordable, full-size luxury car that qualifies for Uber Select. Um, cheap to maintain. It does the job. It's okay. If you want something nicer and you're okay with the maintenance costs, then look at a pre-owned BMW 7 Series. I recommend a 740 and not a 750. The 750 has the V8 engine. Um, the Tesla 3 nice car for Select qualified. The Tesla 3 is already Select qualified. I can tell you that for a fact. Um, and the only reason why you'll get great rides in that car is because right now that's the cool car to have. Customers will put up with whatever you have to deal with in a Tesla 3 to roll in it. But yeah, at least in LA, it's Select qualified. That's already a done deal. Because let's face it, Uber's in San Francisco, Tesla's in San Francisco, and Tesla's considered a premium brand. No Tesla driver would put their car on X anyway. So um, Uber, Uber Lux rides. I do not get Uber Lux rides. I get Uber Select and Uber Black rides. Uber Lux happens as a result of driving around in the city. Um, I'll get maybe 2 to 3 Lux rides a week. That's just how it works out. So I don't specifically look for Uber Lux rides. The area that I work is Sunset Boulevard, Highland Avenue, Olympic, and PCH. That's where I work. And from there, I get my customers. And then from there, I branch out to everywhere else in California. Let's look rides and get off Expo. I don't know where to look. We'll see. That's the thing. And you in Tampa, and I have no idea how Tampa works. So this is what I would tell you to do. If you have no idea where to look, this is where you go. You go to the most expensive hotel in the city. You go to the most expensive restaurant in the city. And then from there, you wait for a call to come through. And then when your customers come to you, you start talking to them and ask them questions. You understand how your customer buys products and services, and then you'll be able to find them. I'm afraid if I buy a luxury vehicle, I won't be busy. Um, I guess I was going to be afraid. I'll tell you this about being busy. There's about being busy, and there's about being smart, okay? Um, First of all, it depends on what your goals are. You have to set achievable goals in this business, in your market, okay? You live in Oceanside, which means you live in Southern California. Your entire market is literally from from Santa Barbara all the way down to San Diego, and you can go all the way inland to Palm Springs. Now that's a lot of space you can cover. Okay, you may not be busy in Oceanside, but you'll get business in San Diego. I can guarantee you that. You have La Jolla, you have Del Mar, you have Rancho. Finished? Oh wow! Guess what? They finished the oil change. Thank you. I appreciate it.
No problem. I just need a signature really quick.
Okay, you got it. Man, they've never done it in less than an hour. This is amazing. Okay. Signature, and we're out of here. Let's see. Okay.
This is for you.
Thank you so much.
And you're all set. I have a
Okay,
card
cool.
for you.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate you. Okay, so look, I'm going to answer a couple of questions, and I'm going to go because my car is ready. Man, they finished the oil change in less than an hour. Can you believe it? In other words, buddy, you're in Oceanside. Your area is actually wealthier than my area is because you are closer to Orange County than I am. You can be busy on UberX and drive all day long and make no money. What I found, the way you earn money with this business, it's important that you earn as much money as you can for every passenger mile you have. In other words, when you have a person in your vehicle, you want to make sure you earn as much money as you possibly can. But at the same time, you want a vehicle that will allow you to do it in a way that makes sense. For example, if I relied strictly on Uber Lux, I wouldn't have the car anymore because I don't get enough Lux requests because the customers know they can downgrade to Black or Select and get the same experience. Take care, Arthur, appreciate you. They can get the same experience for less money. That's why Select is the secret weapon of this whole deal. Um, when you're starting out, it's going to be the scariest part because you really don't know what to do. You don't know where to go. And also, you're working with a completely different industry. You're coming from a cleaner business to basically transportation. Um, and this is really, when you deal with the higher end services, it's really more about understanding the needs and wants of your customer. The reason why Friday, Saturday, and Sunday works so well for the higher end, thanks, Sean, works for the higher end customers is because people are buying what they want, not what they need. It's very important to keep this in mind. People do not buy BMWs because they need them. They buy them because they want them. These cars offer higher degrees of engineering, higher degrees of comfort, better materials, but they charge you more money for it. You know, they just told me about a maintenance thing on my car that's going to come up, and I'm going to have to pay $2,500 for it. But see, that's the cost of being in this vehicle. If I was afraid of that, I would not have bought the car. I would have settled for a Honda because they are less expensive to maintain. But the thing is, this vehicle delivers the money I need in order for me to keep the car, and not only, but to buy a nicer one. Yes, it's ouch, as they told me, but you know what? The great thing is this. I had a wonderful advisor who told me, this problem is going to come up. There's no question about it. It's going to happen. Um, no, I have a question I'm answering, and I'm going to do it. And plus, you know, hey, I like my people on my channel. Um, Let me see. I'll leave my house and I am back home. Oh, see, there you go, John. You're doing great. So, I would tell you this. You can't be scared. What you need to do is you need to go into this with a firm plan. And if things don't work out, you have to be willing to adapt. That's what I did. I went in with a plan to make 500 bucks a day. Didn't work out. So now I'm doing 375 a day, and I've adapted everything. And you know what? It's great. I'm actually pushing up to 400 a day right now, which is doing pretty good. But there are other things I do besides this that help me make money. So, you know, it's all relative. Um, if you want, one day next week I could drive down to Oceanside. I can meet with you. We could discuss this in person. You know, send me a message. Tell me what's going on, and it'll just be a one-on-one between you and I'll explain everything to you, what you need to know, so you can make a decision that works well for you. It's not a decision to go into lightly because I don't recommend this for everyone. Some people, their life situation isn't right for this, or their mental framework isn't right for it, because this is also a people job. You have to be the kind of person that really loves the um, the infinite variances of people. You know what? I appreciate that, man. So yeah, send me a message. Send me an email. Ridewithpeterson@gmail.com. We will we'll coordinate, and I will come down to you next week. Next week's a great day, a great time for me to meet. Hey, thanks, Fernando. Appreciate it. All right, so let me see. What kind of car would you start out of bare minimum for a luxury extra looking to upgrade? Um, I would tell you this, in my personal opinion, based on everything I know and what I feel, and being totally and completely objective, um, the vehicle that I recommend for someone who's starting out, if you are afraid of maintenance costs, Buick LaCrosse. However, I own a GM product and a gently used LaCrosse. Yes, get a real nice one. You can get you look on Auto Trader. You can get a Buick LaCrosse for $14,000. I mean, really, this is amazing, and it will put you on select, and you'll be happy. If you want a decent black car, get an XTS, but their resale value is a little higher. But in my opinion, the best car to use for this is a BMW 7 Series. There are a couple of features on the BMW that's not present on the Cadillac and or the Buick, and it will make a difference, all the difference for you. You're able to control the seat by remote control on the passenger side, and if you have my car, the trunk will close automatically. The Buick Enclave is inexpensive, and it will do a great job as well too. For those of you who want both XL and Select, you get a great job on an Enclave. But see, here's the thing: Enclaves hold their value very well. You may not get a really good deal on an Enclave. I'll check it out though, and I'll see. You just might. I actually considered a Traverse before I got the BMW. I looked at several vehicles because I was considering a lot. All-wheel drive. That means all four wheels drive the vehicle, not just the front or rear wheels. All four wheels do it. No, is it all-wheel drive? The Enclave, the Enclave, all the cars I mentioned, the Enclave, the Lacrosse, the BMW 7 Series, they're all available with all-wheel drive. Mm. The future of Uber and Lyft will be autonomous vehicles. Ultimately, what they're trying to do is they're trying to get the cost of a ride down to 54 cents or whatever the government says you can deduct, because at that point, operating the vehicles will basically be free for them. So, yeah, the future is, think of it like this. 2051 is about 30 years away from now. Cars will be autonomous by then. That's the future. Look at Netflix. Netflix came out in, what, the late 1990s. Their future was in their name. The name was Netflix. They already saw the future. You're very welcome, and I look forward to meeting with you in person, man. They looked at a future where all movies would be delivered over the internet. Look at where we are today. Um, The new Jaguar I-Pace is amazing, and they're going to sell a ton of them. And the reason why is because of its significance in the market. The vehicle looks good. It's made by a major manufacturer that knows what to do when it comes to making vehicles. It's a conventional looking, conventional acting vehicle, but it's all electric. It has competitive range, and it's at a price point that's appropriate for the customers that are looking for it. Um, if this vehicle is reliable, it's going to put Jaguar on the map in a serious way. I have to applaud the company because they are taking a big, bold step in the right direction to establish their credibility. The fact that they're able to do this over BMW and Mercedes is huge. It really is. Check to keep the app on unless you need a break. Some people turn the app off and chase surge. Until I get the job. Well, you could you could say that, but the thing is, I don't chase surge because I don't have to. I'm an Uber Select driver. I make $1.80 a mile minimum. That's what I make. But then I have Uber Black and Uber Lux. Like today will be mostly Uber Black because it's Saturday. That's why I want to get the oil change done now because I can be out here all day. Um, okay, I'm gonna leave when my iPhone, my watch is at 100%. I'm at 92 right now. Um, Hey there, thank you for the email. Hey Emmett, you're very welcome, man. I understand your situation you're going through, and I really do think it sucks that they denied you access to the app, especially in your situation. But that's the reality. That policy is in place to protect the drivers, and they have to do a blanket rule with it. And their deal is this: the reason why they deny people who are below 18, who are younger than 18, is because you can't get a credit card unless you're 18 years old because you cannot enter into a legally enforceable contract. These things are important to business because if something happens to you as a minor, to oblivion. So that's the thing. Ask Emmett about that. He'll tell you. And, those. He basically he has epilepsy, and his Uber account was denied because he rode the service. Um, um, he rode the service out of the. he was not in compliance with the Uber agreement, and so they just arbitrarily deactivate his account. It's a really unfortunate deal. You know, he needs the service. You know, more than likely he uses it because public transportation is really bad in his area. Um, and so, you know, he wanted some input on that. And you know, I read the contract, and it was you know, it's very clear. You have to wait till you're 18 because then you can get a credit card because you have to pay for the service through credit cards. Even though they have different ways to pay for Uber now, um, I'm sure they could do rides for minors. Well, in your area, Arthur, it's probably okay for you know, people under 18 to use Uber. It's a legal thing, country to country. Hey, John, thank you so much. You have a good one too, because I'm almost out of here. I'm waiting for my my watch to fully charge, and then I'm gonna go. Oh, okay. Well, do what you got to do. I hear you. Oh, mhm. Well, see, there's where the problem is right there, man. You don't want to get caught in a situation like that. You'll probably be shielded a little bit because you're a kid, but still, that's not a smart move at all. You know, how did Uber not? Well, see, he lives in a different country, Emmett. That's the reason why. So you got to remember the agreement that you have applies to people in the United States, but also in Canada because many laws in Canada mirror what we do in the United States. Hong Kong is totally different. The culture is totally different. Exchange rates, what people expect of the service, they're a lot more lenient in Hong Kong than they are in America. Yes, this is how it is. Plus, things in when you live in an area that generates even more money than most areas in the United States, um, um, the competition is hyper competitive. Audi and Mercedes have electric SUV, but they are way behind the game. Well, you know what? Electric vehicles take time. Each manufacturer has their own methods and processes they use to engineer cars, and not everyone can do it the same way. Email address ridewithpeterson at gmail.com. Just ridewithpeterson at gmail.com. Um, so that has to be respected. You know, look at what Tesla is dealing with right now by rushing out the Model 3. You know, we understand they want to be responsive to the customer, but the reality is this: in order to deliver a quality product, you have to put forth the research in order to do it right. If not, you're going to get all kinds of crazy comments about the vehicle. Now, people love everything clean and dirty about Tesla. So they could do no wrong. And I'll tell you, if you've ever experienced a Tesla, you'll understand why people are so enthusiastic about the vehicles. They are totally and completely amazing. Um, I wish I could use a Tesla on the business, but at the end of the day, for me and my business, it's not the right car. Um, you can, you know what? I'm going to leave this stream as soon as my it charged up. My car is ready. I'm not going to leave it parked here, and I need to start making money today. So even though I promised 3 hours, the dealership finished the oil change in 45 minutes. So I am going to leave. I'm letting y'all know that now. Yes, you know, this is America. I have freedom of choice. Ah, let's see. A modern plastic car. For a modern plastic car. Let's see what Mike Reese has to say. Uh, you know, Mike, I tell you this about cars when it comes down to it. I don't really consider cars a ripoff. I don't. You know, it's how you feel about it. It really is. I give you this example. And I'll tell you this because you just started on, and and this is what happened. So I come into the dealership, and I tell the gentleman that I have a I have a coolant refill, so I need to refill the car. Now, mind you, I had an expansion tank had failed, and the auxiliary water pump had the expansion cooling tank had cracked and the auxiliary cooling pump had failed. So those two items had to be replaced. It ultimately cost $1,500. All right. So I tell them I have a refill coolant indicator on the car, and they're going to top off the engine. So they recommend to me, says, look, your car is out of warranty. Um, you may want to do a cooling system pressure test. Um, so the cooling system pressure test is going to cost $209, so we can figure out what's going on. I said, okay, great, no problem. So then he drops a bomb on me. He says, well, look, in your car, you have these engine coolant hoses that wrap around the engine and they fail. It is a known problem with 7 Series BMWs. I'm saying, okay, fine. You know, how much is a hose? Well, the hose costs $200. Okay, well, hose costs $200. But the labor will jack the total price up to $2,500. Now, if I bought a Chevy Suburban or a GM Escalade, a Cadillac Escalade, I probably wouldn't have it that much. But you ain't gonna save that much money by getting a General Motors product. You know, everyone has their feelings about these various vehicles, and they're a ripoff and they're this and they're that or so. There's a reason why BMW engineered their vehicle in such a way that it's going to cost that much money for some cooling hoses. But, I don't like it. It's not fun. But you know what? This car makes me more money than what those hoses are going to cost. And it's a write-off anyway, so I'm not even worried about it. It will be taken care of, it will be handled, and I will move on. Next time, I will get the better warranty, so it is handled. What was my first car? Okay, you know what, Emmett? That question is one of my security questions. I answered that question before. Someone asked me a question regarding, they asked me what my favorite movie was. And so I did that. So there are certain questions that, even though they may seem innocent, no, it's okay, I understand, but you have to understand my position. They'll ask me those questions and it will trigger a flag. And so some of those things, I'm like, you know what? No, I'm not gonna answer that one. Not because, yeah, you get it. Because at the end of the day, we're on the internet, and everyone already knows a lot more about me than I know about anyone who communicates with me. And so I'm learning that I really have to manage how I communicate, with everyone online. I have 14 people online. Oh, okay, so I'm at 100% on my watch. So I'm going to start winding down this party here. Put my watch on and pack up all my stuff so I can get out of here, because I know they're tired of hearing my voice. Yes. Oh, goodness. So let me see. The car companies generate billions in profit quarterly. Modern plastic cars are horrendously overpriced. AOG, you too, have a good one. Horrendously overpriced. All aside, I really enjoy your videos. Comment, keep it. Hey, Mike, thank you so much. And I tell you this, a lot of people feel the same way about you too when it comes to some of the cars. Me, I like new stuff. I like new things. I like advancements in technology. But I'll tell you this: when it comes to the Beamers, personally, I wish I could just get a. I wish I could get a 2000. Hey, what's up? Yeah, I'm getting ready to get out of here right now. Thank you. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Yeah, because it's blocking. Yeah. Sorry about that. No, don't worry about it. You doing me a favor. See, I gotta go. The newer cars bring nicer technologies, greater safety, higher bits of engineering. Before, you had to go and get an oil change every 2,000, 3,000 miles. Thanks, Ben. Appreciate it. Now, I'm literally going 10,000 miles an oil change. The only way that happens is by new, fresh ideas in vehicles. Remember, there was this episode, there's this part in Star Trek 3, Search for Spock. And they were bringing the Enterprise in after they had this battle with Khan. Khan was trying to kill Captain Kirk. And so they go into space dock, and you got the old, reliable, beautiful Enterprise coming into space dock, and you're looking at the new Excelsior class starship, the Excelsior, the NX-2000. I mean, oh my goodness, I love the Excelsior, wonderful ship. And they're like, oh man, new ideas, new ideas, um, fresh thinking. But that ship was so computerized, they were able to take down the warp drive just by taking out a couple of coils. It was amazing. The car industry is sort of like that, young people, fresh ideas. Cars are ultimately around to just give people something to do. No idea. One day a driver said he couldn't take me. A few days later, I was signed out and had my account suspended. Oh, yeah. Now I will tell you this. That dude was not cool. Not cool at all. But you know what? He could have just told you, hey, man, you know what? I can't take you. Cancel the ride. Work with someone else. He didn't have to do that to you. Because I'm sure you explained your situation to him. But hey, the rules are the rules. When you think about the robotic cars that are going to impact the market, the robotic cars, in my opinion, the autonomous vehicles won't be around for another 10 years, at minimum. At minimum, this situation with a woman that was killed in Tempe is going to be fact of that, because see, now people are afraid of the cars because they think, oh, they're going to go around and start, killing people left and right, because they are. Unfortunately, they are. And see, the reason why is this. Emmett's a cool guy, but some minors are not. So, honestly, if the question is vehicle, I think a human would have killed the person too. No, a human would not have killed the person also, because a human would have been watching the road. That driver was sleeping behind the wheel. That's what it was. Either they were sleeping behind the wheel, or they were texting, or they were watching a movie, or so like that. Look at how they were just sitting back, chilling, relaxed. Look at the body language of the driver the whole time they were there, because they broke up the video in two sections. So you did not have a split view. First you saw the collision when it happened, and then you saw the driver when it happened. And when the collision was there, all of a sudden, they snapped and got alert. Yes, I will read your email. Actually, I'll read your email in a little bit. No, that driver, the problem is this. Ultimately, at the end of the day, Uber is ultimately responsible. And I think I wrote about that in a comment. Because think about this. Uber's the one that bought the vehicle. They modified the vehicle. They put it on the road. They approved the schedule. They hired the driver. They told the driver where to be at in the car. They could blame it on the driver all they want. But this one is squarely on Uber. It really is. Now, something happened to the vehicle to where it did not detect the person, because that person should have been detected. I mean, the way things are now today, these detection systems should always be able to detect what's going on outside the vehicle. And if they can't do it, then it should have said, hey, the system is not operating properly. It's disabled. What's going on? But the interesting thing is this. Even with the driver being distracted or even asleep, that system should have been doing something to alert them that there is a danger out there. Beeps, but not. I'm in California. I'm in Los Angeles. Second largest city in the United States of America, Los Angeles, California. That's where I am. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm going in and out because I'm packing up my little office here. I got to leave the spot how I left it. Yes, born and raised here. see. Okay, the LiDAR system should have seen the pedestrian in the dark. That's what LiDAR was built for. LiDAR was built to detect all kinds of stuff, to detect pedestrians, animals, trash. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Pedestrians, trash, debris, tumbleweeds, cats, dogs, cows, all that stuff. And it didn't do it. And here's the thing, it wasn't raining, it was clear, the temperature was ideal. That's why they do it in the desert, because they don't have to worry about weather conditions. See, once they perfect clear conditions, once they perfect clear conditions, dry, perfectly marked roads, and all that stuff, then they got to start dealing with the tougher stuff like snow and rain and hail and all like that. Why lawsuits? Didn't her insurance take care of them? Oh, buddy, please. They want as much money as they can get for this whole deal. That's the reason why. Please. That's human nature. Uber is a multi-billion-dollar corporation. They want as much as they can. They took, even though the family basically left her out in the street to defend herself, they want as much money as they can get off of this. It's just that simple. That's an easy question to answer right there. Everybody knows how that goes down. All right, do I have everything? All right, everybody, I am going to shut this party down. I will come back in about 10 minutes, and I will give a quick walk around of the car. I will do it live, so you will see it, okay? But I will do it, and then we'll go from there, because you all asked me for it. Actually, I think I can do it with this now, because I might have enough. I might have just. Hey, look, I got to move around a little bit, but hang with me. If you hang with me, you'll see the car. It's just a base model BMW 7 Series. Ain't nothing special, but y'all asking for it, so I'll give it to you. Okay. So, one at the ground for confidentiality reasons. My car is parked up front. And we'll see it right now, okay? So there's Peterson. Right there, okay? Here is my car. Hopefully my key is, okay. They locked my car up right now. This is my car, okay? So I gotta show just my car, just a few little bit, but this is me. And they locked me, okay? All right. Okay, everybody, y'all have a great day. I will catch you next time. Take care. Bye. Let's see, turn this off. And